was looking one day online and I was trying to think about, different names or words that I really like. And there was the word Harmonia. Means harmony ou harmonie en français. In the Estonian translation, the way it was spelled, I was like, this is just perfect. And actually, it was not quite perfect, but it was just enough for me to say, okay, let me pick it up. So then I started thinking a little bit more. And I was like, well, why can't I just say Harmoonian with the N at the end, where I would say that I am the Harmoonian. I'm the person who brings people together. I declare myself as the Harmoonian, the harmonizer. Even though Harmonia is not of African origins, it's Estonian from Eastern Europe. The concept of it, I do believe that it goes along with the purpose of what I'm trying to accomplish through this project. I'm trying to get people together. I'm trying to find similarities. I'm trying not to create more division among people. And I think harmony is like the best word to describe my attempt. And a little story about Moon. So some of you know that I was, born and raised in Belgium, Brussels, and very few of you probably know that I was obsessed with full moons. So until today, like I would stop and look at the full moon. I would drive and then search for the full moon as I'm driving. And I think when I was close to 14, 15, we were getting to travel with my mom. And at the time we had 2 apartments within the same building. Go figure, I think it was just, we had 1 apartment on the 1st floor and then eventually we rented out a 2nd apartment on the 5th floor because my grandmother moved in with us, so we needed more space. And my cousin, she was living in France, but she came to visit, and my cousin is like, I mean, nobody can touch her. She's my sister, she's my best friend, she's like the person that is the closest to me, who knows who I am and who accepts me, or who at least was the first one to accept me as I was, even before I started going through that process. And she came and we're sleeping together, and right before we went to bed, I was looking at the moon and I was just like gazing and staring, and I was just, infatuated with the moon, and I kept on saying how beautiful I thought she was, and that maybe I was a wolf when I was in a previous life, just because I was so attracted to that moon. And then eventually we went to bed, and then around maybe 5 o'clock in the morning, my mom starts yelling at me, asking me where are the keys to the apartment. She cannot find them, and we need to leave. We need to start getting ready to go to the airport to travel. And as she was yelling at me, I was just staring at the moon like this. And then I would look at her, because she would try to get my attention. So I would look at her again, and then she would say, where are the keys? Like, we need to go. We need to get ready. Like, we need to move. Like, what's going on? And I'm staring at the moon and staring and staring until she lost patience. I don't know if she got mad or if she yelled even harder, but I think I was half asleep. I was kind of like in a trance mode, and eventually I got back to my senses. I went down to the 1st floor. The keys were hidden somewhere. I think I misplaced them, and I ended up finding them, and then we traveled. But that's just to show how beautiful I think the moon is, and how like I can get obsessed with it to the point where people would think that I smoke something. And actually my mom a little later on accused me of maybe taking drugs just because she wasn't sure how to deal with me. So when I saw in Harmoonian that moon element, the M-O-O-N, I was like, yeah, that's it. So this is my name. I will probably trademark it so nobody can take it from me, but that's it. So before I leave you, I wanted to share something very quick with you. And there's that blog, it's called Migrationology, and it's a blog about a man who travels the world to try different foods. He left an article called 17 African Culture Values to Know Before You Travel to Africa. And I was like, this is awesome. I show you, growing up in Belgium, I remember when you call somebody, you do this. Like you call the person with your little finger, or what you do, you call that person like this. Well, in Africa, it's a big no. You never do this. It's a sign of disrespect. So what you need to do is you put your palm face down, and then you start calling people, putting your fingers towards you. And I thought that was amazing, just because it's like going, traveling to different parts of the world, you notice certain things, and at some point when you become familiar, you don't even think about it. You just know that this is what you do here, and this is what you do wherever else, There, he pretty much put on paper something that I might have paid attention to, but I just never thought about it. Like, I never actually thought, okay, in Africa they do this, and in Europe they do that, or in Belgium they do this, and in Togo, Senegal they do that. And actually this, I think, applies to, West Africa, Central Africa, South Africa, East Africa. I'm not sure about North Africa, so like Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, all that region, and even all the way to the east, where it's like Libya, Egypt. I'm not sure if they do that, but I would say that this would be applied throughout Africa. This was helpful, this was fun. I loved doing the research, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel on YouTube, please do so. If you have any comments, please add them. If you like the video, please like it. If you like the video anywhere else, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google+, go for it. But just know that since the video is on YouTube, it's YouTube sourced. If you can go to YouTube and then do all these transactions, it will be preferable. I don't yet have a Facebook page for the Harmoonian, so I'm using my personal page. And that being said, do what works best for you. Thank you for watching, and until next time.